Good morning, and how are you today? I am fabulous. Who is ready to have a cup of Joe? Have a cup of Joe with me. Dope. I've got the my skills worked out with my new coffee maker. I'm nailing it every time. And I'm doing good this morning, man. I had to run to the store and pick up a couple things, which was weird at 7 a.m. And then on the music, or the Muzak that was playing, apparently Elvis Costello is now Muzak because they were playing Veronica, and I love that tune. Oh, I really do. Anyway, man, I hope you had a great day yesterday and you're ready to have a great one today. I will be trying to do the same. Okay, so this is actually going to be a little bit of a regurgitation. Ugh, bad word, but you know what I mean. A repeat of literally the first one of these that I did because of a couple things I saw yesterday. A new book out by someone. I'm not even going to mention it. I'm not going to help promote some dumb book about soft racism. This is the same race grifter that wrote about white fragility. It makes you so sick to your stomach. And you feel bad for people that buy into this because they've been guilted into being guilty. And it is this new sense of jurisprudence. It's woke jurisprudence. Guilty until proven more guilty. Guilty until proven more guilty. It's this new puritanical rage that people have if you don't agree with their positions as it relates to race, if you're in a specific group of people. Let's start with this. We start with a common definition of racism, okay? Because there is a definition. If you believe that Merriam-Webster is a good book to go to get definitions of words, the fact that the reason I laugh every time I say that is because I know for a fact that this word has been twisted and sort of mangled into a newer definition just so people can win an argument. And I've said this before, if you have to change the definition of a word to win an argument, you've already lost the argument. Stop. You know, it's ridiculous. It makes no sense. But anyway, let's start with the baseline here. The definition of racism, according to Merriam-Webster, unless the dictionary is now racist, which it probably is based on some people, a belief that race is a fundamental determinant of human traits and capacities, and that racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race. I don't believe that nonsense. It's crap. I don't believe that people are inferior to me based on race, nor are they superior to me based on race. I don't believe it's a fundamental determinant. I believe culture plays a huge role, regardless of what that culture is, because you can adopt different cultures of different races. Okay, it has nothing to do, like if there's I know people that have gone to Japan, for example. There are Japanese people, and then there's a Japanese culture. There's a difference. And people that have been so impressed with their culture because they're so focused on success and excellence, and which is a great thing, right? Anyway, it has nothing to do with it. If you can be white and adopt that culture. You can be black and adopt that culture. You can be brown and adopt that culture. Seems like a pretty good thing to do to me. I don't know. It's so insane. It's insane. It's insane to believe that if a person is a particular race, that they're inferior to you. I don't believe it. Therefore, I'm not a racist. But the new woke jurisprudence, okay? White people are guilty of being white. Therefore, things are your fault. And you can't be an individual. You're not allowed to be an individual. You must accept the definition that they are beating you with because, they've never met you. They've never spoken to you for 5 seconds. But you absolutely must possess these traits and characteristics. Oh, and you can't fight back because if you do, you're fragile. Oh, kiss my fucking ass. The insanity of all of this. I get to determine who you are. I get to tell you who you are. I get to tell you that you're a racist and that you're evil and that you're no good and you're the reason this country's a mess. And if you argue back, You're fragile. How about the lack of logic required to adopt that philosophy, if you really believe this stuff, is appalling. It's appalling. You really must be shutting down higher brain functions in order to make this work. I don't know how else to put it. And there's no innocence. Here's this thing about this new puritanical mentality. And it is puritanical. I mean, thankfully, we have restraints in society that don't allow people to march down the street with pitchforks and torches to pull people out of houses. I'm telling you, there's a level of hatred that you feel in the undertow of all of this that's really disconcerting. But there's a level of weakness too. And like I said, you really have to shut your brain down to try and to fit this round peg into this square hole. It makes no sense. Zero. It's, man, I'll tell you, and I'm telling you, it comes down to this whole individuality versus collectivism. I'm an individualist. I've been one for decades. I don't believe that you have to adopt traits and characteristics of anyone else unless you choose to. You have rights and you have a free mind. You get to think whatever you want if you choose to. But here comes the collectivists. Here they come, this Marxist fucking drivel. No, you can't do that. You're an oppressor. And I've said this recently a lot. A theory of how existence and social interactions work based on the fact that there's nothing but oppressors and the oppressed, nothing but. And those definitions and the way that it's been mangled and redefined with this new Marxism, which is whiteness and blackness. My old man would have been an oppressor. My father. If you had ever met my father, great guy. I can tell you one thing he wasn't interested in, and that was oppressing people. A guy that fought his whole life just to stay in the middle class, just to feed his family. And he's an oppressor based on today. He's part of the bourgeoisie. I laugh every time I think of this. Because under the new rules, he was. It's just... It's so bereft of compassion and kindness and decency and logic. It's just completely bereft of logic. And like I said, the anti-racist, this new version, these new righteous Puritans, they get to call you names. They get to say that you're a racist and you have to accept it. And if you fight back, you're fragile. I'm sorry. It takes a minute to process that. You get to be shitty to people, and if you fight back, you're fragile, you're weak, you're just not accepting it. You know what? Fuck you, I don't accept it. I refuse to accept it. You know why? Because I want every single person on this planet, regardless of race, gender, ethnicity, any immutable characteristic, I want them to live their best lives. And if there is something truly systemic in the way, let's get it the fuck out the way. Now, you tell me, and I've said this before, you tell me how I'm supposed to adjust that philosophy to be a better person. Tell me. I'm all ears on this one. I have been for years. No one has yet challenged me and said, well, you know, this whole thing where you want people. No, what we really want to do, oh, I know, equity. Oh, my God. The danger that presents a society. Here's the problem. Well, one of the problems. There's several problems with the concept of equity. And equity means is equality of output, not equality of opportunity. Equity is equality of output. Okay, a little bit of a glitch, I guess. It's gremlins running around, so I have to edit these together. Never done that before. Anyway, let's get back to this equity thing. If you're going to try and create a system to fix output and make output balanced, as opposed to actually fixing the system, does anybody not see the inherent issue with that. I mean, right off the bat, it's lazy. And once again, I've said this before, so you don't get to tell me that, oh, you think that... No, here's what I think. I think there may be issues. There's too many numbers and too many stats that say, okay, something's wrong here. But you know what I think is wrong? And this is conjecture. This is speculation, okay? Complete speculation. I really think the people that keep telling everybody, we're going to fix it, we love you, are the ones that created the laws and problems that create the problems. They've literally coded racism into the system and then telling you that people are racist. It's insidious. It's so insidious. Man, oh man. But we fall for it. And certainly the New Puritans, they have. And the last thing I really want to say about this, which is important, which really is the kind of the point of the whole thing. There's no forgiveness. You're guilty until you're proven more guilty. Where's the forgiveness? You're seeing people that are getting caught up in this and being pulled under this riptide of hate, who are part of that culture. And then there's this intersectional spreadsheet with these boxes on it that you have to sort of check and look at, and then what you do, I guess, if you check the right boxes, you add up the number at the end, and whoever's the most woke wins or something. I don't know. But here's my philosophy. My philosophy, you may share this, you may not. I'm a Christian. I believe in Christ. I believe in this. And even though I'm not real good at it, I admit it, there's things I could do a lot better. A philosophy that mankind is elevated through their spirit and their connection in their heart. That we're all equal. That's what I believe. I guess genetically, it's pretty much true. You can apply science to this. Who we are on the outside may be different based on melanin and stuff like that, or our sexual organs, but on the inside, heart, lungs, liver, brain, blah, blah, blah. And I believe spirit too. I just do. You may disagree. Okay, well then you disagree. I'm not trying to stop you from living your life. Don't stop me from living mine, because you can't. I'm out of your way. I'm literally staying out of your way. Why do you want to get in my lane? It's so stupid. It is all so friggin' stupid. Folks, you got to stand up. You got to have some steel in your spine, man, and stand up to this stuff. I mean, I know people will listen to these eventually someday and be like, oh, look at him, he's being a racist. How? How am I being a racist? What am I doing? I just gave you the definition of racism. I don't believe that people, based on their immutable characteristics or based on their race is a determinant on whether they can succeed or not. It's up to them. Are there things in the system holding you back? Okay, let's find them. Let's get them out of the way. But be careful. Like I said, we may find, and I think that this is the game being played, and this is, like I said, speculation. But we may find that the people that stand on the tallest mountains telling us all of those people are racist and I'm here to fix it, those politicians are the ones that bake the racism into the system. Look over there while they reach in your pocket. Be careful. You really want to find out? We'll find out, but boy, oh boy. And that's why I think the game that they play is getting people to hate each other and get people angry and get you all riled up, whoever you are, based on whatever that is, and then get to stay in power by keeping us divided. I have a heart to love others. I cuss and I say words. Like I said, I'm Christian, but it's the F-bombs fall sometimes. I'm trying because I'm angry. I'm seeing good, kind, decent, intelligent people being sucked into this vortex of stupidity. Proletariat, bourgeoisie, whiteness, blackness. It's brain damage. It's evil. And I'm fighting against it. And you can hold me accountable. You can get online right now and call me every name in the book. Knock yourself out. You're calling somebody names who wants you to live your best life and wants to get all the bad things out of the way, wherever they are, however they are, regardless of which party's putting you in the way. If it's there, it's probably both. Shh. don't tell anybody. Certainly don't say it too loud. We don't want Biden's head to explode because we know that he probably is shocked by loud noises now. All right, that's enough, man. That's enough. I'm being mean. Man, I love you. I really, really do. And I want you to have a great, wonderful day today. And weekend's coming up. I think today's Thursday. But I do know this Monday is definitely Labor Day, as opposed to last Monday where I wasn't too sure. Man, stand up, be strong, love your neighbor, regardless of who they are. Take the punches, take the hits. You're making the world a better place if you are. I love you. Have a good day.